Hello students, welcome back to the Schoology online lesson. Now, last lesson we've learned how to do the calibration by using graphs. This time we're going to take a look at it by using calculations. So let's get started. So actually, thermometer can be calibrated by means of graphs. That's what you've learned last lesson, online lesson. And also it can be calibrated by means of calculation. So this is what our main focus today. We're going to use a lot of calculation this time, so get prepared for your calculator. Now point number 2, since it is measured that the thermometer is suspended linearly, the ratio between the length and temperature must be the same. So this sentence point out the most important key points is that in this lesson, we're going to take a look at the ratio, which is about S2 math. All right. So if you're not sure what is it talking about, the ratio, I suggest you to go back to S2 mathematics and study a little bit. All right. So let's take a look at the following diagram. So this diagram is shown last lesson that how you calibrate a thermometer. I'm sorry that there's a mistake here. The length in 0 degrees 3 cm, while the length in 100 degrees 13 cm. So in order to calibrate a thermometer, first of all, you put it into 0 degree, and then you put it into 100 degree. And because you have a lot of marks, you have these two marks, 0 and 100, and then you can just follow by dividing into 100 marks. So overall speaking, actually, we can try to simplify it, make it simple by using this diagram. We use an arrow to show the temperature, and the lower part is 0 degree. 0 degree is 3 cm, and then 100 degree is 13 cm. That's how you can simplify the whole thing. Simplify the whole thing into just a very simple diagram. And this is what you can see. Yeah, that's it. So this diagram is actually the simplified version, the simple version of this one. So first of all, you have to understand how to turn a complicated diagram into a very simple one. This is very simple. Yeah, I draw the crown here. Very happy. Now, by using this kind of diagram, we can take a look at it. We can try to calculate the length of it in different temperature. Let's take a look at it. Now let's take the above calibration representation as an example. If we want to find the length of the thermometer when it is 40 degree, we can just first add the middle line for 40 degrees. So that is this one. So this is 40 degree, and we put it L, just an L here. Now previously we've mentioned that they have ratio. Now let's first of all let's take a look at the left hand side part. The left hand side part. In Form 2, you have learned that the ratio between the two lines is this one. The ratio between the two lines. So the blue one is just 40 minus 0, the ratio of it. And then the green one is just 100 minus 0. So this is the ratio of it. And for right hand side, the ratio is just, for the upper one, is L minus 3, the ratio of it, over the total length of it. The total length is 13 minus 3. So this part is this part, and the blue part is this part. So because all these two diagrams are, all the two ratio are talking about the same line, So these two thing must be the same. They must be equal to each other. And so that's why we can get the following relationship. Because the left hand side and the right hand side are talking about the same thing. We talk about the same line, which is this one. So these two must equal to each other. And then That's how we can get the equation. So after you can get the correct equation, if you keep on solving it, we can reach the final answer. And so this is how you can calibrate a thermometer by using calculations. So the key thing is this one, same ratio. They are of the same ratio. So the last point, from the above method, we can now predict the length of a thermometer at any temperature. We can predict at any temperature by using the calculation. So this is what you have to understand in the second online lesson. And then the rest of it, you can try to stop it and then do your worksheet, or you can take a look at the following discussion. The later part of this video, we'll talk about how to finish the word example. I'll show you how to do it. So if you're good with it, you can just stop it. Now, in order for you to have a better understanding, I'm going to talk about 3 to 4 questions. The first one we're going to take a look at it is about the word example. Take a look at it. When the mercury in glass thermometer is put in melting ice that is 0 degree, the thread is 0 cm. Moreover, it is 50 cm when it is put in boiling water. So what is it in 60 degrees Celsius? Now, so altogether, the key thing is that first of all, you have to draw the diagram like this. As I mentioned it, the lower part is 0 degree, and then with 0 cm, and then the upper one is 100 degree with 50 cm. And now you have to find 60 cm of it, 60 degree Celsius, sorry. So this is how you can get the answer. First, you have to draw the diagram like this. Second, you have to find out the ratio of it. So the overall ratio is, for the left hand side, is 60 minus 0. And for the yellow one, is 100 minus 0. So this is the left hand side one. And for the right hand side one, this part is L minus 0. And then the longer one is 50 minus 0. So because these two lines are talking about the same line, so the ratio must be the same, must be equal to each other. And that's how you can get the answer. This is the thing that we've mentioned. These two ratios are the same. So you can get the ratio here. And then solve the equation. Now 60 minus 100. This was L minus 50. So 60 over 100. And that will become 30 is equal to L. So L equals to 30 cm. Alright, so step 1, ratio. Step 2, the same. And step 3, solve the equations. So this is how you can do the word example. Let's take a look at other questions. Now this is exercise question 1. A student calibrates an unmarked mercury in glass thermometer and it shows a table like this. Now, if the thermometer is used to measure the human body temperature, which is 37 degrees Celsius, so what's the length of mercury column? First, you can think about it a little bit. You can just stop it for a while and take a look at it a little bit. Now, let's take a look at it. First of all, step 1, draw a graph like this. And then this is, oops, I'm sorry that should be 100. So this is 0 degree and 0 cm, 100 degree, 25 cm, and then you have to find 37. Okay. So, and then I'll just put it L here. Now, as I mentioned that, this is how you draw it. And part 2, we take a look at the ratio. So this part is 37 minus 0, and the yellow one is 100 minus 0. So for the right hand side, it's L minus 0. And the longer one is 25 minus 0. So this is how you can get the following equation. And after that, you can just simplify the equation by using this one. So using your calculator, and then you'll find that L is equal to 11.1 cm. So that's how you can get the answer. Let's take a look at it and other questions. Question 4. So you can just stop it and take a look at the question a little bit, or you can try it by yourself, and after that you can go back to the video and take a look at the answers. Now question 4. Peter calibrates a thermometer by putting it into pure melting ice, which just means 0 degree, and then boiling water, that means it's 100 degrees Celsius. So it then put into other samples. Now, so this is the graph you can find. And then you need to find the length of it in 55 degrees Celsius. So I think I don't have to spend so much time in talking about this one. Just need to fill in the table. And then this one is 55 and this one is L. Again, simple. Ratio. 55 minus 0. And then 100 minus 0. And then this part is L minus 4. And this part is 80 minus 4. So once you can get the answer, once you can get the equation, you're already halfway done. Simplify the equation. And then you can just use your calculator. 55 times 14 over 100. So the left hand side will be 7.7. And this one is L minus 4. And after that, you can just change it a little bit. And that will become 11.7 cm. So this is how you can get the answer. You can check it whether you get it correct or wrong. If you get wrong, you can stop it and take a look at your answers carefully. Let's take a look at the last question. Now the last question, I will discuss it online, is question 5. You can stop it and do it, and then come back later. Now question 5. A student puts a unmarked liquid in glass thermometer in turn into melting ice. Again, melting ice, boiling water, and tap water. When the length of the liquid is 5 cm long, what is the temperature of it? Now 0 degree, 100 degree. When you take a look at 0 degree, you understand it's 2.5 cm, and 100 degrees 15 cm. And what you have to find is 5 cm here. I'll just put it T here. So the same method. The green one is T minus 0. The blue one is 100 minus 0. And then that equals to the green one, 5 minus 2.5. And then the blue one, 15 minus 2.5. And if you simplified it, you'll find that's 2.5 over 12.5 T over 100. And then you'll find that is 20 degrees Celsius. So this is how you can get the answer. Now, so overall speaking, you'll find that the way of doing this diagram is that first, step 1, you have to draw this diagram, draw the whole thing. And then step 2, consider the ratio and you can get the equation correct. And step 3, it's all about mathematics. So this is how you do the question. And after you finish this this online lesson, you can go back to your worksheet and finish the rest of the questions. And then you can go back to online Schoology, the quiz, and finish it. If you have any questions, do come to me. You can feel free to find me at any time, anywhere. So that's the end of the online lesson. Goodbye.